On 5th December 2025, the European Union fined Elon Musk's social media platform, X, €120 million under the Digital Services Act, an EU law. The fine was announced by EU regulators. They said the case is about how X uses the blue checkmark, how advertising information is shown, and how outside researchers are allowed to access public data on the platform. This was the first non-compliance decision issued under this law against a very large online platform. The first issue raised by regulators is the blue checkmark. For years, a blue check meant the platform had confirmed the account holder's identity. Under X's current system, a blue check can be obtained through a paid subscription. Regulators say users may still think the badge means identity verification, even when it does not. The concern here is the decision to keep the same symbol while changing what that symbol represents. The second issue is advertising. EU law requires very large platforms to keep a public database showing who paid for ads and allowing people to understand how those ads are displayed. Regulators say X's advertising database does not provide enough usable information and makes it difficult to see who is behind certain ads. The third issue concerns external researchers. Under EU law, approved researchers must be able to access certain public data from very large platforms so they can study risks such as misinformation or manipulation. In this case, regulators say that X's current setup does not allow researchers to realistically carry out that work. According to the decision, access exists in theory, but the combination of technical limits and access conditions makes large-scale research impractical. So, my opinion in all of this? The first thing that stands out is timing. The blue check became a paid subscription feature in November 2022. That setup has been public ever since. So if regulators are treating this as a serious problem in 2025, the obvious question is, why enforcement only happened now? The feature itself did not suddenly appear. Timing matters because it shows this is not just about what exists, but about when regulators choose to enforce the law. Again, X has openly sold the blue check as part of paid subscription tiers. The prices are visible on the website, and the badge only appears after payment. At some point, the question is simple. How many times does something need to be stated before responsibility shifts to the user? If that is still not enough, then no amount of explanation will ever be enough. But there is a fair counterpoint. X could have used a different symbol for the paid feature. It did not. The blue check already carried status from its earlier use. Keeping that symbol made the paid subscription more appealing. The symbol stayed the same, while what it represented changed, and regulators said this could mislead users about what the blue check means. Another part of the fine concerns access for approved researchers to X's public data. Under the Digital Services Act, very large platforms must provide vetted researchers with access to certain public data so they can study systemic risks. Unfortunately, public summaries of the decision do not disclose the exact technical or legal specifics of how X's access was found to be insufficient. Further detail may emerge over time, but unfortunately, the exact basis of this finding has not been made public for now. This is what is publicly known about the case at this point. Beyond what has been released so far, we will just have to wait and see.